New tonight, pistols, assault rifles, and even crossbows. Weapons and firearms go hand in hand with many violent crimes. Reporter Aaron Velasquez explains where those weapons could end up back on the streets.
Knoxville police tell me 3 categories of firearms can end up in their possession. Evidentiary firearms, which were used in a crime and can be used as evidence, safekeeping firearms, or guns that the owners can give the department for a short period, say the owner has a medical procedure or is going out of town, and found guns. These are all the firearms that, like the name suggests, are found. That can mean they were left in motels or bathrooms, and I found many of these weapons end up back on the streets.
You're looking at about 8,000 firearms that we currently have. The most we've ever had at one time is around 12,500.
Knoxville Police Sergeant Brian Davis says they collect an average of 3 firearms every day.
Over here you can see these are found and safekeeping guns. Everything on these rollers over here behind me are evidentiary guns in nature.
Any and all types can end up in their possession.
You've got shotguns, you've got M4s. There's a lot of those out now. Then we'll get a lot of AR pistols.
According to state law, local law enforcement agencies can't destroy firearms.
In Tennessee, we're governed by a law that basically states, and I'll paraphrase, that we are not allowed to just randomly destroy firearms, that we have to sell or trade those firearms.
And KPD often chooses the latter option to dispose of their growing catalog of guns.
We'll take a group of guns, trade those to get another group of guns with a licensed firearm dealer.
The department says this can ease the burden on taxpayers.
It's saving taxpayers money because from the proceeds or from the actual gun trade, we are trading one set of guns for another set of guns that officers can use.
But once they are traded away, it becomes hard to track where they end up.
Could you potentially own a firearm if bought used somewhere that has been used in a crime? There is that possibility.
But police say one set of weapons will never leave the department's possession.
A gun that was used to murder someone, we are not going to get rid of. That is murder evidence, and we keep murder evidence forever.
The department has firearms used in homicides dating back to the 80s.
I started in '92, so I started about right in here.
Sergeant Davis knows firsthand the importance of holding on to these weapons.
But as a former homicide investigator, I know weapons that I have actually needed for prosecution are here. And so that's what you take with you. That's what you remember.
These crime guns can also end up in the court system under the possession of Mike Hammond, the Knox County Criminal Court clerk.
Any evidence that is presented in a criminal trial where the defendant is found guilty, all of that evidence will go into our vault.
The court's collection dates back to the 70s.
We have over 600 items that would be categorized as weapons here in our evidence vault, and all of these have been used in a crime, and all of the people have been found guilty and are in the penitentiary now that have used these weapons.
Unlike KPD, firearms in this vault will never leave the court's possession.
It can be everything from murder to armed robbery to assault to any number of things. We want to make sure that we keep everything in case it goes on appeal, and we don't know when that could happen.
While law enforcement leaders say the likelihood of buying a gun used in a crime is low, firearms remain the weapon of choice for many crimes. According to TBI data, in 2022, firearms were used in 75% of murder cases and 62% of robberies. Back to you.
While law enforcement leaders say the likelihood of buying a gun used in a crime is low, firearms remain the weapon of choice for many crimes. According to TBI data in 2022, firearms were used in 75% of murder cases, 62% of robberies.